Welcome back to Bailiwick of Guernsey Shipwrecks. It's Tuesday night and we're about to go out scalloping again. It's the same with every Tuesday. We don't know what we're doing. It's just a lucky dip. So we could go north out the harbour, we could go south. We'll have to wait. Until the captain said see what the captain says. It's up to him at the end of the day. He knows where the scallops are. He knows what's been fished and what needs fishing. Okay, let's go. Let's get this diving done. Visibility looks really good today, which is quite pleasing. There we go, 9 times out of 10 it's always a cuckoo wrasse is the first fish to greet you on a reef. And this one looks quite special actually. To me it looks like it's gone through the transformation from a female to a male. You can tell by the coloration. So these fish have got what they call sexual dimorphism. So basically you can tell between a male and a female because of bright colours, size, all that sort of characteristics. So you can tell this one is turning into a male. The cuckoo wrasse is a photogenous hermaphrodite, and the females can actually change sex into the males, and this process takes around about 7 months. These two little fishes I think are leopard spotted gobies, but I'll be happy if anyone wants to correct me. Please put it in the comments. That's one cool camouflage crab. Although initially when I first looked at it thought it was a shipwreck, because you can definitely see it's timber. It's got a timber grain to it. When I got back onto the boat, Richard explained to me, no, it's an ancient land that's now submerged under the sea. Similar to the North Sea area, which is known as Doggerland. Although it looks like wood, I think it's got a sort of very clayey feel to it, or very, very decayed timber. Looks like roots of a tree or a bit of wood. It's the lines which took my eye to think it was a shipwreck, because as you can see here there's some lines that go straight up and down here. This bit here seems to have loads of round holes pushed through it. As I was using half a tank, I pretty much wasted my whole dive looking at some ancient land of some sort, so I better head back up. Rich is not going to be happy. I've only got one scallop in my bag so far.
A trail of scallops come out of Richard's soup. My view for the day. What we doing, Richard?
Scalloping.
Hey? Are we on the cable? Ah, the job. My head. You're in the boat. Just give it a little bit of space between them, Richard. Cheers. Doing it.
I suppose I'm going to empty my sack. Nobody else does it for me.
I was going to do it, but you're there now. How many do you reckon?
Not 10 dozen. All about it.
Yeah, it's got 120 there, easy. The extra big in the big bucket.
You can see my one in the grey tray. Oh, pathetic.
It's Phil, Sally, Paul and Matt. How many?
145.
Oh, that's some good numbers. Makes up for my one.
Well, I only had 170 this morning. 13 minutes.
That's how the experts do it.
The old men of the sea.
Yeah. You're not old until you get to 80.
This is my second dive for the day, and this is just a very gentle scallop. I've tried on editing as much as I could of my dive, but there is just some shaky bits, so I'm trying to keep it as least unedited as I can. And this is a reef called the Tears Point. It's just out from the Vale de Tears. As you can see, there's loads of small scallops around this reef, which is always good to see. There's a large shoal of sand eel. Just take a second to watch them. Really, really nice to watch. They're so rhythmic, so fluid. It's a nice female spider crab just wafting in the tide, so it's feeding. This is a sole of an old leather shoe by the looks of it. When you look super close to these fish, they look like little mackerel, but I'm not quite sure what they are. Throughout the whole dive, these smaller fish and the sand eel were following me. Can you see that scallop? A lot of them have got seaweed growing off the top of them in this depth of water. She's pointing out loads of scallops, and there's also a baby cuttlefish there as well. I can certainly see why the cuttlefish is waiting in between the seaweed. There's loads and loads of fry, the small fish that they feed on. Just going to come back and have a little look at this cuttlefish. That scallop just tried swimming away from me. So the trick is with these cuttlefish is you don't look straight into their eyes. So as I'm coming forward with the camera, I'm trying to look to my right hand side. It's definitely in hunting mode. It's got these stripes on the back and these tentacles are facing forward in a diamond shape, and they've got a central a tongue that sort of comes out and grabs it and pulls it back into what's like a parrot beak. Now back to scalloping. In this depth of water with the seaweed, you really got to take your time and look under the seaweed. There's telltale signs of scallops. You see their little mouths opening up, tiny little antennae things coming out. But a lot of these are too small. I'm putting some back. It's lovely to see there's so many scallops around here. Because it's completely slack water at the moment, the silt is just hanging around. You see it wafting and rolling on itself, so it's not clearing. That's the sort of size we need. Well above 4 inches, well above. Well, that's not a scallop, is it? I find it very relaxing and satisfying just taking my time looking around the reef. You don't have to be deep, you don't have to be going super fast in the tide. I'm enjoying myself anyway. It's nice and relaxing. No one can phone me. Just take a quick look at my depth. I'm 16.3 and I've been 27 minutes diving. So that's quite long for me. I'm normally at sort of 20-minute. The way that we dive on the boat is similar to other divers in Guernsey, is we do 2 dives on 1 tank. So we start off around about 230, 240 bar, and it goes down to about 120. We try and get back out the water around about the 120. And that gives us on our second dive 120 down to roughly 50. We try and 50 is where it goes into the red. We try and get out the water when it's on the 50. Sometimes it's more like 40 or 30, but we never push it too much. What's running through my mind at the moment is I just want to find one more scallop, one more keeper, and then I'll work my way up. It's always the way though. You sort of get into a little bit of a panic just to find that last one. Trick is, don't get carried away. If you don't find it, doesn't matter. You can come back another day if you make it to the surface. Is this our final one? Is this a keeper? Yeah. Right, let's head up now. Slowly take our time coming back up to the surface. It's an okay bag, but considering I spent 35 minutes on the bottom, it's pretty poor. But oh well.
Size scallops!
I got no undersized ones there. Just seen how many undersized ones you can put back. Good dive, Phil? Yes, very pleasant. 32 metres, 30 scallops.
Show you get behind the ammo, Rep.
That's dive number 8 this week.
Dive number 8.
5
It's
days.
only Tuesday.
5 days on the bounce. Oh yeah. I go home to beddy boys now.
That's a baby one as well.
Too small.
I couldn't even afford the windscreen wipers.
What, you couldn't afford the
No, you know that little flag on the front that they probably get for free? I can't even afford that.
Problem is, that flag costs like £2.5 million.
Yeah,
Get the
you
boat
need to
free.
get the boat to get the flag. That's what people like, the
No,
flag.
you buy the flag, you get the boat free.
What an investment.
You can still get away with stuff.
That's the
like
baby one. That's the big one.
that. You can still get away with things like that.
Yeah, that's the big expensive.
That's the. It's got a brig as a tender
How
on the
much was
back.
that? That's 5
I don't know.
million, isn't it?
That's a lot of money.
What's that?
Another Tuesday night done. Done alright on the scallops. The others seem to have done a lot better. Richard always smashes everyone else in the numbers, but that second dive was quite a nice little relaxing reef dive. That I enjoy them like that, just me and the reef. 35 minutes is just time alone.
Always got a sprint on.
Yeah, you coffee?
You wanna go quick cuppa? Yeah, we'll go for a
Yeah. Always go for a coffee afterwards. Pretty heavy carrying all this gear. It's not the worst thing, it's having to wash it out every time. You got to do it. The gear's what keeps you alive. Got to give it a bit of maintenance. Anyway, knackered now. But thanks for joining us on a Tuesday. See what we're getting on with Saturday. I'll catch you on the next tide.